All right, hockey fans, here we are at the Meacham Rink, home of Syracuse Central School District. We are just seconds away from getting our starting lineups here. Visiting team led by head coach Steve Olson in the gold sweaters, the Ontario Bay Storm. Versus the home team in the white sweaters led by head coach Neil Purcell, Syracuse Central School Cougars. Got tight quarters here in the bleachers at Meacham. There is a password-protected Wi-Fi only in this city-funded facility. Makes you wonder who's paying for it and who has access to it, don't you think? Ask your assemblyman. So I am streaming off of my phone, and yes, it's going to work out okay. Because, you know, we're in the city and not in the sticks.
Good evening. Welcome to Meacham Ice Rink for tonight's contest between the visiting Ontario Bay Storm and your Syracuse Cougars. Now to the starting lineups. For the visiting Storm, at forward, number 8, James Law.
Starting on offense for Ontario Bay, number 8, James Law. On offense, number 21, Adam Pooler. On offense, number 25, Steven Saber. Defense, number 10, Julian Juice Watts. And on defense, number 17, Sam Newton. And between the pipes, number 22, Aiden Terry. And here's the Cougars lineups. On offense, number 2, Nick Rayfield. On offense, number 9, Ryan Victoriano. On offense, number 16, Will Glass. On defense, number 17, Owen Etal. Number 18 on defense, Michael Devereaux. And in net, number 35, Connor Rose. Well, they say that the worst quality air at any sporting facility is inside an ice rink, mainly because of the exhaust of the propane from the Zamboni. And if you were here today, you would recognize that familiar smell. According to Hank Hill, though, propane doesn't have an odor. It's naturally odorless. They add that as a safety feature. Officials are checking out the nets, making sure that they are there. Looks like we got some Syracuse students behind Aiden Terry there to taunt him. Now go away or I will taunt you a second time, you English fools. Monty Python, alive and well. James Law lining up for the faceoff for Ontario Bay, and there we go. It comes back over to Adam Pooler. Pooler tries sending it forward, goes off the official, comes back, brought into the zone by Will Glass. Chased down by Sam Newton. Newton pushes this puck out, fired, returned back in by Owen Etal. Now back into the neutral zone. Syracuse with it. Pass over to Etal, almost broken up by Pooler. Comes all the way back for Julian Watts. Juice passes over to Sam. Sam tries to clear this out, held in by Will Glass. Marsden goes off the glass, drops down off Ryan Victoriano's stick, up at the hash marks, now back over the end line. Syracuse trying to set something, centering pass, shot, Victoriano's save made by Aiden Terry. Julian Watts with this puck, passes it out to Steve Saber. Saber loses it, turned back over, picked up by Watts. Watts dumps this puck in, goes back, played by Connor Rose. Syracuse grabbing this puck. Owen Etal sends this around back to his other defender. Picked up by Ryan Victoriano. Victoriano passed over to Etal. Etal touches this forward to Alan Victoriano. Allen brings this into the zone. Stopped momentarily by Andre Watts. Now picking that puck up, Jacob Amanon. Jacob, hard pass all the way across for Connor DeMott, and it gets slowed down off the boards. Jason Bort picks it up. Bort trying to turn it back. Grabbed by Amanon. Amanon loses it. DeMott there. Shot save made by Connor Rose. Rebound picked up by Syracuse. Passed out. Cameron Dallin turns it back. Syracuse there with it, though. A little hop, skip, and a jump by Patrick Sheridan. Goes in. Puck gets swept away by Andre Watts. In deep, Gaho Shenandoah. Behind the net. Puck gets sent over to the corner. Connor DeMott gets stick-checked and hit by Alan Victoriano. Puck goes back to the corner. Cameron Dallin to pick it up. Dallin sends this up along the boards. Amanon trying to pull this puck out, taken away by Shenandoah. Shenandoah going into the corner. Dallin all over him. Dallin pulls that puck off, passes it up for Myros. Myros can't keep it away, though, from Patrick Sheridan. Sheridan in the slot, tries taking the shot. Andre Watts takes his puck, sends this into the neutral zone, settled down by Jason Bort. Bort gives it to Schneider. Drew tries passing this across to Gaho Shenandoah, and that was a terrible pass, and Gaho missed it. Battle for it in the neutral zone. Puck comes out, picked up by Carter Donnelly. Donnelly passes over to Steve Wheeler. Wheeler dumps his puck in, goes back behind the net. Syracuse there to collect it. Syracuse sends this up along the boards for David Pierce. Pierce trying to get it out. Owen Bibbins trying to hold it in, can't. Puck gets turned back. Now picked up, Syracuse coming out with it. Owen Etal, a defenseman, into the offensive end. Etal into the corner, sends his puck back behind the net. He gets checked by Matteo Dalpe, and Dalpe takes the brunt of it, and he goes down. Puck comes out into the neutral zone. Hard pass all the way across for Owen Etal. Etal catches it off the boards. Not off the boards, but catches it. Brings this puck, sends it in. Will Scanlon from behind the net. Scanlon loses it. Mason Warren sends this to the far corner. Scanlon chases it down. Scanlon sends this up to the point. Grabbed by Syracuse. Fired in. Tipped out in front by David Pierce. Puck goes wide. Pierce collects it behind the net. Centering pass. Shot. Save. Aiden Terry. Rebound over the end line. Now it comes out towards the corner. Mason Warren's trying to come up with this puck. Puck pops up, drops down. Owen Bibbins pulls it with him into the neutral zone. Bibbins skating with this forward. Loses it at the blue line. Turned back over to David Pierce. Pierce backhands this, goes to the corner. Collected by Sam Newton. Newton fires this down, and that icing gets stopped by Jason Bort. And we got too many players on the ice. Syracuse is going to get the first penalty. It's going to be a bench minor because they got confused. Had Bort let that go down, it would have been just an icing. Oh, no, I thought it was too many men. Maybe it wasn't. So Syracuse penalty, 2-minute minor for too many players on the ice. Bench minor for too many players. Time of the minor penalty, 3:58, but they don't have anybody serving it. The officials, now, that rule must have been on 2 separate pages in the rule book this year. You got to actually put somebody in the box when you're shorthanded. It's the only way you can release them is if you're in there. Penalty being served by number 21, Liam McCullough, who was not on the ice at the time of the infraction, but whatever, we'll just let that go. It's an Ontario Bay Storm power play. And Syracuse grabs that puck and rips it all the way down the length of the ice. First one to it, Julian Watts. Watts at the corner drops this back behind for Andre. Andre gives it to Amidon. Amidon loses it, drops it back to Andre. Andre up to Juice. Julian coming out with this puck in the neutral zone. Now into the offensive end. Juice going in at the hash mark. Fires this. Glove save. Connor Rose. Julian continuing to show how well he can puck handle the puck without passing it to a teammate. We got Juice and Andre out there. James Law, Steve Saber, and Adam Pooler on offense. Puck comes to Pooler. Pooler, couldn't find it in his skates. Syracuse able to clear this zone. Goes all the way down. Bounces off the backboards. Now to the side of the net. Julian Watts picks it up. Passes it over to his older brother, Andre. Andre to Law. Law pulls it behind him to turn that puck over in the neutral zone. Regains control. Dumps it in. Played by Connor Rose outside of his net. Sent around on the far side. Puck gets poked out into the neutral zone. Julian's going to hold on to it. Wait for his team to check up. Juice coming around over the center line. Now over the blue line. Juice weaving his way in. Juice in at the corner. Passes back to Andre. Andre steps up. Shot low. Tipped by Pooler. It's saved by Connor Rose. Andre shot. Save. Connor Rose. Faceoff will be to the left side of Connor Rose. 8 seconds remaining in the player advantage for Ontario Bay. Puck comes out. Cameron Dallin trying to get the shot off. Can't. That goes into the Syracuse bench, and we'll have a faceoff in the zone. Teams are even. 11:08 remaining in this opening period. We are tied at 0. I think I need a new headset. I'll have to ask Santa Claus for one for Christmas. This puck comes all the way out. Nick Rayfield gets a piece of it. Cameron Dallin picks it off, though, at the corner. Dallin goes back behind his net. Stops short. Tries sending it up. Ryan Victoriano grabbing it out of the air. Centering pass. Gets deflected. Pops up high. Connor DeMott can't get it out. Held in by Michael Devereaux. Fired in. Rebound goes out to Connor. DeMott passes into the middle for Amidon. Amidon picks this puck up. Brings it over the blue line. Amidon's got Myros trailing on his right shot. Save Rose. And Rose takes out the net with him. Nice advance by Jacob Amidon. Really hoping for that to go in. Or for a rebound to come off the pads of Rose right to my Rose. Rose to my Rose. Could be your Rose. It's all our Rose. Face off to the right side of Connor Rose. No, we're going to go out of the zone. Interesting. I guess they say that Jacob must have taken it out. Pretty sure it was Connor Rose's fear that took that net out, though. But as we've already learned so far, these refs are making it up as they go along. Mason Warren stumps that puck in. Goes in over the end line. Patrick Sheridan picks it up behind the net, sends it around. Stopped by Matteo Dalpi. Turned back by Syracuse. Syracuse coming up with it. Drew Schneider in the neutral zone. Owen Bibbins gets enough on there for Mason Warnes to catch that puck. Dalpi grabbing that, bringing it to the offensive end. Shot low, dished aside by Connor Rose, who's going wide anyway. Stephen Wheeler picks it up, loses it. Dalpi going in after it. Teo, backhand centering pass. Oh, and that gets grabbed by Syracuse. Here come the Cougars out through the neutral zone. Patrick Sheridan gets squeezed on in the slot. Nice back checking by Matteo Dalpi. Shot from the center point. Save made by Aiden Terry. Puck comes out. Stephen Wheeler with it. Wheeler at the center line. Fires this puck in. Goes off the backboards. Played by Connor Rose. Puck snapped out into the neutral zone. Andre Watts sends this in. Has to come back out, though, because Bibbins was still in the zone, so he couldn't make a second touch on that puck. Andre trying to get that out. Gets a little help from Pooler. Out it comes. Here's Stephen Wheeler. Saver. Saber, not Wheeler. Very different person. Adam Pooler with this puck tries firing. It goes off the skate of Will Scanlon. Comes back to him. Now he's able to get this up to Saber. Steve Saber in the corner with this puck. Centering pass. Nothing doing. Syracuse coming back. Grady Etal over the blue line. Forced wide by Andre Watts. Etal and Watts go back behind the net. Etal and Watts at the corner. Etal sends it up to the point. Fired. Blocked by Saber. Saber flicks this out into neutral zone. Hustling back is Owen Etal. Owen off the boards to get it around Adam Pooler. Ends up being a pass to Will Scanlon. Scanlon dumps his puck in. Goes back behind the net. Grabbed by Mason Warnes. Warnes at the corner. Sends this up into the neutral zone. Poked at by Amadon. Syracuse still with it. Coming in, Michael Devereaux. That's Will Glass. Got checked as he crossed over the blue line. Puck gets dropped into the corner. Taken away by Mason Warnes. Sent into the neutral zone. Owen Etal grabs it and passes this over. Sent up and dumped in by Ryan Victoriano. Warnes behind the net again. Rips this all the way around. Coming back, Connor DeMott trying to pull that puck out. As is Jacob Amidon. Shot high off the glass. Comes back out into the slot. Grabbed by Jacob Amadon. Amadon fires this out into the neutral zone. Picked up by Jason Bort. Bort turns this back. That misses everybody. Picked up by Carter Donnelly. Donnelly gets this out into the neutral zone. Stolen by Nick Rayfield. Rayfield and Julian Watts. Juice gets Rayfield back behind the net. Rayfield shot and a goal. Syracuse goal scored by number 2, Nick Rayfield. Number 2, Nick Rayfield, unassisted. Number 2, unassisted. Time of the Syracuse Cougars goal, 9:23. Julian Watts coming out with this puck. Juice tries dancing around Devereaux. Devereaux doesn't fall for it. Owen Bibbins tried holding that puck in. Comes out off of somebody's skate. David Pierce picks it up. Pierce to Shenandoah. Shot, save, Aiden Terry. Puck comes up on the near side. Pulled out by Ontario Bay. Matteo Dalpi stops short. The blue line fires this in. Goes wide of the net. In the corner, Owen Bibbins going after it. Devereaux grabs it. Fires this up. Held in by Pooler's shot. Just wide of the net. Collected by Owen Etal. Etal goes behind his net, sends a puck the other way. Cameron Dallin steps up. Dallin shot, save made, Connor Rose. Puck comes out into the middle. Pooler holds it, gets it to Bibbins. Bibbins has it swept away, and Syracuse able to bring that out into the neutral zone. Alan Victoriano dumps this puck in, and he's going to go back for his change. Cameron Dallin picks this puck up. Dallin passes it up to Pooler. Pooler tries touching it into the offensive end, stopped by Syracuse. Battle for it ensues right here. Dumped in by Pooler. Puck goes to the corner now behind the net. followed by Jason Bort. Bort fires this around. Syracuse coming out through the neutral zone. Skating down with it, Will Scanlon. Scanlon's got somebody mill. Shot and a goal, Will Scanlon. I don't know who got the assist. Hopefully they'll tell us. There's the face-off. Won by Amadon, turned back by Syracuse.
Scored by number 3, Will Scanlon, assisted by number 21, Liam McCullough. That's Scanlon from McCullough. Time of the goal, 6 minutes remaining in the first period.
So Syracuse goal scored by number 3, Will Scanlon, assisted by 21, Liam McCullough. 3 from 21. Time of the Syracuse Cougars goal, 11-0-0. This puck gets sent out, caught by Syracuse. Held in by Amadon. Amadon moving in with it. Tries to get that shot off, and that gets collected by Connor Rose. There's the face-off. Puck comes over to the boards. Being brought out by Syracuse. Speared up by Sam Newton. Out into the neutral zone goes Ryan Victoriano. Victoriano moving in. Backhand shot goes across the top of the crease to the corner. Syracuse plays it back. Shot high. Nick Rayfield. Rebound comes all the way out to the point position. Held in by Jason Bort. Bort steps up. Fires that. Terry gets a piece of it, comes over to the side, picked up by Stephen Wheeler. Wheeler gets us into the neutral zone. Syracuse takes it back, curling around. Ryan Victoriano. Victoriano moving into the slot. Wide shot. Save made. Aiden Terry. Nick Rayfield passes over to Bort. Bort sends this into the corner. Back out to the center point. Patrick Sheridan shot. Save made. And that goes up and out of play. Somebody's mouth guard's off in the corner. That gets played up by Julian Watts. James Law facing off against Drew Schneider. Puck comes back. Cameron Dallin picks it up. Dallin passes off the boards for Pooler. Pooler loses it. Gets turned over in the neutral zone. I thought he had it. It was against the boards, though. Owen Etal fired it back in. Here comes Andre Watts. Watts up to Pooler. Again, Pooler gets it around Schneider. Oh, but Steven Saber was over the line. It's an offsides. Remember, if you subscribe, then you can chat with me. And if you chat with me, I will chat back. Just like I'm going to say you're welcome to Jake's grandma. Jake's grandma's the best. This puck comes out into the neutral zone. Andre Watts tries turning it back. Gaho Shenandoah turns this in. Watts sends this back out. Bort pulls this off the referee's feet, dumps his puck in. Andre Watts is going to go and pick it up behind the net. Watts fires this around, stopped by Drew Schneider. Schneider sends it back into the corner, chased after by Andre. Andre hit by Shenandoah. Puck comes up along the side. Here's James Law. Law passes to Pooler. Pooler back to Law. Law dumps his puck in. Chasing after it, first one to it is Bort. Bort sends this up along the boards for Gaho Shenandoah. Shenandoah passes out to Drew Schneider. Schneider dumps this in. Mason Warrens is going to pick it up behind his net. Warren snaps this off the boards, comes out into the neutral zone. Amadon chasing after, trying to get it away from Bort. Bort able to grab that puck, though, passes out into the neutral zone to Schneider. Schneider to Grady Etal. Grady brings this puck in, ridden into the boards by Mason Warrens. Jacob Amadon comes back to pick that puck up, sends it out, goes into the slot, pulled out by Syracuse. Will Scanlon trying to get to his shooting position. Can't do it. Stuck in the corner. Mason Warnes buries him. Amidon loses that puck to Will Scanlon. Gets tied up. Warnes comes in, pulls that puck with him. Warnes fires this around for Connor DeMott. DeMott tried passing that puck off, whiffed on it, backhands this, gets this up into the zone, stopped by Devereaux. Michael Devereaux curling around his end, challenged by Myros, dumps this puck back behind the net. Will Scanlon there to play on it. Amidon gets a piece of it. Miller McDermott there, though. Puck comes back and forth up into the corner, grabbed by Amidon. Myros back to Amidon. Amidon sends this to the far corner. Connor DeMott chasing after it. Puck comes up at the point. Mason Warnes grabs it, fires it in. Amidon with it, shot. It gets deflected and goes up and out of play. Shout out to my sponsors, Two Broke Moms, located on Main Street in Pulaski, next to the Chinese food restaurant across the street from the bank. Power Play Sports, exit 47 off Interstate 81 in Watertown. Dupree's Cleaning Services, interior and exterior cleaning. Find them at exteriorcleaning315.com. And Glory Construction and Services for all of your new building and new structure construction needs. If you're going to have it built in His glory. Nick Rayfield bringing this puck forward. Fires it, misses, goes off the glass all the way around. Ryan Victoriano sends this back into one. It comes back to Ryan. Shot. What a pretty goal. What did I say? 9 from 3, I think. There's one of my broke moms now. Help us be less broke. Hashtag crazy. Oh, 144. So Syracuse goal scored by number 9, Ryan Victoriano, assisted by 16, Will Glass, from 2, Nick Rayfield. 9 from 16 from 2. Time of the Syracuse Cougars goal, 15-16. Here come the Cougars again. Gaho Shenandoah stopped at the hash mark. Centering pass, gloved by Dalin. Drops down, picked up by Syracuse. Drew Schneider dumps his puck in, back behind the net. James Law chasing after it. Law passes it up to Steve Saber. Saber sends this high for Pooler. Pooler trying to catch it at the hash mark, now in deep. Pooler battling for it. Puck comes back up against the boards. James Law over there to play on it. Law in the corner. Pooler coming over. This puck comes out, and here comes Syracuse back the other way. Gaho Shenandoah meets Andre Watts. Jacob Amidon fires that puck. Hey, there's the face-off. Myros trying to pull that puck out. Amidon trying to help out. Will Scanlon gets it, drops it off. Drop pass to Grady Etal. Shot goes wide. Puck pulled out. Amidon into the neutral zone. 30 seconds to go in this first period. Amidon pokes this into the offensive end. Pulls it into the middle. Loses it as Will Scanlon pulls this puck over to the side. Connor DeMott tries pushing this to the corner. DeMott fires it back behind the net. 15 seconds to go. Puck is in the corner. Now it comes up. Syracuse trying to pull this out. In the neutral zone, it comes. Carter Donnelly tried to get some of that. Mason Warnes turns this back out. Comes back to Mason. Mason fires this into the neutral zone, and that's where this period's going to end. At the end of one period of play, the Syracuse Cougars lead by a score of 3-0. Now let's talk about these incredible sponsors that I have. Two Broke Moms, located on Main Street in Pulaski. next to the Chinese food restaurant across the street from the bank. All of your team apparel is available for sale at Two Broke Moms. They can personalize anything that you want. Cups, mugs, shirts, sweatshirts, hoodies. Bring in your own or use one of theirs or ask them to get a special colored one. They can do it. Mugs. You got some cool thing you want to put on a mug? You can put it on a mug. Find a wicked cool meme on the internet, they'll slap it on a shirt for you. They can make stickers, whatever you need. There's over 20 local vendors. I think there's over 24 vendors now who stock the shelves at Two Broke Moms with the things that they make locally. Support local. Get unique gifts at Two Broke Moms. And if you want something specially made by one of those vendors, just let Jess or Jen know. They'll take care of it. Jess and Jen, Two Broke Moms. Help us be less broke. #crazy. Power Play Sports, exit 47 off Interstate 81 in Watertown for all of your ice hockey needs. They've got brand new Bauer and CCM equipment. They've got used equipment. They hold skills and drills and clinics and leagues and tournaments because they've got an indoor sheet of ice right there at Power Play Sports. There's an indoor sheet of synthetic ice, too, that kids use for shooting drills, shooting practice. Might use it to learn to skate. And there's also an outdoor rink. As soon as it gets cold enough again, we will have a full-size outdoor rink at Power Play Sports. So check them out online, powerplaysportsny.com. Dupree's Cleaning Services, interior and exterior cleaning for your commercial, residential, or industrial facility. If it's dirty, they can clean it. You got dirty ovens? Contact Dupree's Cleaning Services. They'll make it look clean again. Green crud growing in the corner of your shower or tub? They can clean that too. You got moss growing on your roof? It is a low-pressure wash system that they use because high pressure can damage your shingles. It'll wash right off in the next rain. Those black streaks on your roof, it's called Glycopsum magma, and it's eating your shingles. Get it washed off and extend the life of your shingles. Dupree's Cleaning Services on Facebook and Instagram, or check them out online at exteriorcleaning315.com. are back. Louder than ever. There's a face-off. Puck punched forward. Popped up by Ethan Potter. Teo Dalpe can't keep it. Comes over to Sam Newton. Newton sends us back into the neutral zone. Caught by Bort. Jason Bort backhands us in to the offensive end. Puck picked up by Julian Watts. Sends us out in front. Sam Newton there. Newton tries clearing this puck. Gets it out into the neutral zone. Picked up by Patrick Sheridan. Sheridan passes over to Bort. Bort fires us forward in the neutral zone. Now it goes all the way through. Newton plays this off the side of the net. Dumps it into the corner. Puck held in by Bort. Teo tried turning it back out. Puck sent around to the far corner. Sam Newton tries flinging it. Stopped by Nick Rayfield. Rayfield goes back into the corner, curling around. Rayfield has that puck poked out by Owen Bibbins. Rayfield regains control, sends it up to Patrick Sheridan. Sheridan sends it back to Rayfield. Rayfield sends this in deep, centering pass made. Blocked by Sam Newton. And that gets dumped in, though. I almost missed it. So I have to look around this giant post here that's in my way. But, yeah. Syracuse goal. Scored by I'm not exactly sure who. We'll find out momentarily. Faceoff comes right to us. Syracuse picks this puck up. Alan Victoriano drops it back to his D. So Syracuse goal scored by number 9, Ryan Victoriano, assisted by number 16, Will Glass. 9 from 16. Time of the Syracuse Cougars goal, 1:06. Alan Victoriano moving this puck into the offensive end. Goes back behind a net, centering pass. Gets missed from the point, fired. Misses the net. Comes back around behind the goal. Picked up by Alan Victoriano. Sends this back out to Ryan Thompson. Thompson fires this in. Out in front. Shot misses. Ontario Bay trying to pop this out. They get it out into the neutral zone. This gets turned back, dumped in because it's going to go back behind the Syracuse goal. Syracuse sends it up on that far side. Brought out into the neutral zone, turned over. Amadon swats it down. Popped forward by Carter Donnelly, turned back. Cameron Dallin in to get it. Dallin goes down. Donnelly picks the puck up, rips it around. Stopped by Will Scanlon. Scanlon battling against Pooler. Puck comes back, and Syracuse shot, save, Aiden Terry. Donnelly battling for that puck, taken away by Syracuse. Syracuse sends this up along the boards. This comes out into the neutral zone. And that's going to be an icing. And that'll bring the faceoff all the way back down to Aiden Terry's end of the ice. Linda, you are so very welcome. Thank you for subscribing. Puck goes around on the far side, brought out into the neutral zone. Chasing it down, Jacob Myros. Getting to it, though, Will Scanlon. Scanlon passes this puck up, fired into the offensive end. Carter Donnelly grabs it. Donnelly off the boards for Amadon. Amadon can't take it with him. Will Scanlon takes that puck away, sends this into the corner. Donnelly back up along the board. Syracuse trying to pull it out. Jacob Myros there. Myros gets this to Amadon. Amadon passes out to Connor DeMott. DeMott sends this through the legs of Michael Devereaux. Chases after it in the corner. Devereaux in at it first. Gets that puck up along the sides. DeMott not finishing the hit. Syracuse coming back through the neutral zone. Short pass up to Liam McCullough. McCullough loses it. He crossed over the blue line. Puck picked up by Ethan Potter. Potter to Amadon. Amadon in. A backhand shot. Save. Puck is loose. Gets swept back up. Grabbed by Liam McCullough. And there Syracuse able to get this out and through. And that's going to be an icing. We'll bring the faceoff all the way back down by Connor Rose. Mateo Dalpe taking the faceoff for Ontario Bay. Faceoff won by Will Glass. Pulls that puck to Patrick Sheridan. Sheridan sends this all the way around. Held by Sam Newton. That gets deflected, goes up into the Ontario Bay bench. We'll have another faceoff in the Syracuse end of the ice. Faceoff comes back, and Sam Newton not able to grab it. Comes picked up by Juice. Juice sends this forward, turned over. Jason Bort fires this all the way across. Grabbed by Ethan Potter. Potter sends this into the offensive end. Collected by Syracuse, though, and they turn that back out. Juice grabs it, brings that in. Juice loses it. Puck comes back out to Sam Newton. Newton sends this back into the neutral zone. Stick check by Ethan Potter to stop a immediate turn back. That gets turned over. Steve Wheeler brought that in. Syracuse regains control of that puck. Potter wrapping up Ryan Victoriano. Steve Wheeler pestering at that puck. Moving forward with it, Ryan Victoriano. Victoriano has that puck taken away by Sam Newton. Victoriano stays with it, though, goes back behind the net. Now here comes Ontario Bay. Julian Watts passes off the backside of Potter. Potter couldn't bring it with him. Syracuse gains control of that puck, turns it over. So, for the last 45 seconds, Syracuse has matched the sloppy play of Ontario Bay 1-1. We're really giving Ontario Bay an opportunity here. This puck comes all the way down. Jason Bort grabs it. Bort passes up to Drew Schneider. Schneider out to Alan Victoriano. Allen goes in, gets around Adam Pooler, dumps that puck in. He's going to go off for a change. Cameron Dallin back behind the net, sends this puck to the corner, and it comes back to Cameron. Cameron looking. Long pass out for James Law. James has got to chase after it. James able to bring that into the offensive end. Goes to the corner, grabbed by Owen Etal. Etal drops it back. Syracuse moving up with this puck. They get it out into the neutral zone. Touched by Andre Watts. Turned back to Steve Saber. Saber pops it forward. Owen Etal spins around, grabs that puck. Owen Etal moving forward through the neutral zone. Dumps this puck in. Caught on the back of the net. Centering pass. Misses everybody. Will Scanlon pulls this back into the neutral zone. Popped that by Adam Pooler. Pooler puts a late hit on. That gets fired in deep by Syracuse. Andre Watts goes in to pick it up, takes it back behind his net. Andre loses it as he goes around onto the far side. Patrick Sheridan. Nope, Liam McCullough battling for it. Will Scanlon now comes out for McCullough. McCullough sends this back up, goes to the point, passed over near side to Ryan Thompson. Thompson winds up shot, blocked by Steve Saber. Coming out with this puck, Adam Pooler. Pooler gets us up to Amanon. Amanon shot, off the post, comes back out. There's a hit put on by Saber. Puck is there, though. Syracuse fires this out, grabbed by Mason Warnes. Warnes dumps this puck in. Obey checks up on sides. Connor Rose pauses this puck back behind the net. Syracuse opts to come out on the near side. Liam McCullough has that poked away by Connor DeMott. Stepping up, Carter Donnelly fires this in. Rose stops it behind his net again. Ryan Thompson back there to play it, as are a couple of Ontario Bay Storm players. Puck comes out, and here comes Syracuse back the other way. Liam McCullough fires that puck in, goes off the boards out in front. Aiden Terry sweeps this aside. Puck gets sent all the way out, grabbed by Michael Devereaux. Devereaux dumps this in. Carter Donnelly sends this up high along the boards, touched by Myros out into the middle. Syracuse able to grab it, turn it back in. Mason Warnes going in after it. Warnes passes up to Connor DeMott. DeMott trying to pull this out. Nick Rayfield takes this away. Now it comes out into the neutral zone. Myros in, tries to get that shot off, blocked by Michael Devereaux. Played on by Rose. Leaves it for Willie McDermott. McDermott passes around to Ryan Victoriano. Now McDermott again. McDermott off the boards. Sam Newton not able to hold it. Julian Watts goes back. He's going to pick this up at his end of the ice. Juice drops it off for Sam Newton. Newton gets hit by Ryan Victoriano. Connor DeMott grabs that puck, dumps it in, goes off for his change. Stephen Wheeler on. Mateo Dalpe draws a foul. Julian Watts sends that off the glass, and as soon as Nick Rayfield touches it, we're going to get the penalty for the roughing. Syracuse penalty, number 9, Ryan Victoriano. 2-minute minor for roughing. Number 9, 2 minutes rough. Time of the minor penalty, 10:22. There's a faceoff, comes back, won by Ontario Bay. Jacob Myros takes that shot, deflected off of Ryan Thompson's stick and into the netting. Oh, that's an 8. I thought it was a 6. The brand new scoreboard's missing some lights. Time of the minor penalty, 8:22. Amidon sends that across. DeMott not able to get his stick down. DeMott picks it up off the far boards. Connor goes back behind the net. Curling around, passes it over to Myros. Myros back to DeMott. Connor. Amidon. Myros to Amidon. Amidon making his move at the goal. Shot that goes across the top. Donnelly sends this back in behind the goal. Myros sends it back to Amidon. Amidon curling out in front. Shot saved. Connor Rose. Myros has Julian Watts at the point. He's afraid to pass it to him, though. Puck goes around to Carter Donnelly. Donnelly tries sending it back into the corner. Picked up by Drew Schneider. Schneider can't get it out. Sends it up. Gets this to David Pierce. Is that Pierce? It is David Pierce. Pierce fires this all the way down the length of the ice. Played around by Aiden Terry. Picked up on the near side by Ontario Bay. Here comes Julian Watts. Juice over the blue line. Lost that puck. Stops short. Shot fired. Goes back behind the net. Steve Saber back there. Saber tries backhanding it from a no-angle shot. Picked up by Juice. Juice off the boards into the corner for Saber. Saber back to Juice. Juice to Andre. Andre winds up. Snaps this low. Got tipped out and goes wide. Played back behind the net by Adam Pooler. Pooler trying to get it out in front. Syracuse able to grab it. Fire that puck all the way down. Less than 20 seconds to go in the power play. 15 to be exact. Andre Watts behind his own net. Comes up on the near side. Drops it back behind for James Law. Law picks this up. Trying to get it to Juice. Law goes back with it. And the penalty has expired. The team's returned to even strength. Law fires this all the way down. No icing. Patrick Sheridan moves it back behind. Backhand shot. Pooler. Rebound shot. Again. Shot. Save made by Rose. This puck comes all the way out. Cameron Dallin chases it down over the blue line. His end of the ice. Passes it up for Amidon. Amidon having a hard time settling that puck down. Saber comes in. Dumps that puck in. It goes all the way to the corner. Picked up by Syracuse behind their net. Syracuse coming around on the near side. Sends that puck back the other way for Patrick Sheridan. Sheridan chasing up after it. Speared in by Dallin. Picked up by Will Scanlon of Syracuse. Scanlon stops in front of the official. And that gets covered up by Rose. And he's going to hold on to that puck as best as he can for a face-off at his end of the ice. 5:52 to go in this second period. My sponsors are awesome. Two Broke Moms. Power Play Sports, Dupree's Cleaning Services, Glory Construction and Development. Don't forget Sparks and Recreation. Check them out on YouTube. All Wheel Auto, located at Route 104 in New Haven. Streamside RV Park and Golf Course. And Divots Restaurant and Bar, located at Streamside. Cameron Dallin off on the side. They got to do those face-offs longer so I can get, all that stuff in. Amidon backhands that puck off the boards. Grabbed by Michael Devereaux. Syracuse able to get that puck all the way down. Andre Watts picks it up. Sends it along the near boards. Devereaux chasing up after it. He's got DeMott on him. DeMott poking at that puck. Devereaux still in control. Loses it to Andre Watts. Watts gets his puck up into the neutral zone. Andre skating up with it into the offensive end. Passes across. Myros couldn't grab it out of the air. Sends it behind the goal for Andre. Andre out in front to Amidon. Shot in the goal! Ontario Bay goal scored by number 12, Jacob Amadon, assisted by number 9, Andre Watts, from number 11, Jacob Myros. 12 from 9 from 11, according to me. Time of the Ontario Bay Storm goal, 11:53, and it is now 4-1. Hey, and they said Jacob Myros also. That's awesome. They're finally catching on. That puck comes in. No goal. No goal. Or is it a goal? I thought he said no goal. That's a goal. Darn it. So Syracuse goal scored by number 9, Ryan Victoriano. That's a hat trick for Ryan. Assisted by number 22, Patrick Sheridan, from number 2, Nick Rayfield. 9 from 22 from 2. Time of the Syracuse Cougars goal, 12:20. And there are 4 minutes remaining in this second period. Syracuse sends that puck in. Owen Etal with it. Loses it back behind at the corner. Syracuse battling, trying to get control of that puck, held in at the blue line by Shenandoah. Shenandoah gets taken out by Connor DeMott, and DeMott's going to get a cross-check on that. Patrick Sheridan with that puck, trying to give time for the extra attacker to come on. Nick Rayfield moving forward. Rayfield passes this puck over. Dropped back, and Obey not able to get it, and now Ontario Bay has it and will get the call. Yeah, I'm going to say it was a cross-check. He didn't make any hand motion because he's just whispering through the hole. It's not that much. It's not that glorious. So Ontario Bay penalty. Oh, there we go. Oh. Head contact. Only 2 minutes, though. So Connor DeMott, number 14, 2-minute minor for head contact. Time of the minor penalty, 13:39. That goes on net. Save made by Connor Rose. Ryan Thompson comes up with that puck, passes it across. Shot, save made, Aiden Terry. Julian Watts comes out, loses that puck as he approached the blue line. Goes to the corner. Juice still putting pressure on Steve Saber as well. Syracuse gets control of that puck, comes out with it. Puck gets passed over to Alan Victoriano. Victoriano into the offensive end, gets around Andre Watts, gets that shot off. Save made, Aiden Terry. Oh my goodness, these kids are moving this puck too fast for me. I'm trying to fix my scoreboard. Syracuse from the point. Puck goes over to Victoriano. Fires this all the way across. Glove down. by Syracuse. Hard pass to Victoriano deep in the corner. He comes back, snaps this behind the goal for Will Glass. Glass has got to chase after it. Puck gets turned back. Andre Watts sends this up high for Adam Pooler. Pooler bringing it in. Pooler goes in and has that poked away by Owen Etal. Nice defense by Owen. Amadon in there with this puck, though. Backhands this, goes off the backboards. Pooler plays it around behind, tries centering that pass. Picked up by, I think, Will Scanlon. Syracuse with it. Teams are even. Amadon battling for that puck on the center line. Comes back for Ryan Victoriano. He gets this over into the middle. Owen Etal dumps this puck in. We got a minute remaining. Syracuse off the boards into the neutral zone for Alan Victoriano. Allen passes up to Drew Schneider. Schneider passes across, no shot. Puck swatted away by Cameron Dallin, caught by Syracuse off the side. Nice hit by Pooler to get that puck free. Snaps this off the boards, goes all the way down to the Syracuse end of the ice. Jason Bork grabs it, snaps this out into the neutral zone. Dallin coming in as Amadon comes out. Dallin sends this to the corner, I guess. Amadon to Potter. Potter loses that puck. 13 seconds to go. Dallin still peppering at that. Backchecking like a fiend. Shenandoah into the offensive end. There's a neck guard off in front of Aiden Terry, and I hope somebody puts those clothes back on. 5 seconds to go in this period. Ontario Bay trails 5-1. Mateo Dalpe taking the faceoff for Ontario Bay against Ryan Victoriano. There's the draw. Teo brings us over to Potter. Potter almost lost control of that puck. Picks it up, fires this down. That gets knocked out of the air by Ryan Thompson as the buzzer sounds. At the end of 2 periods of play, Syracuse leads by a score of 5-1. And we'll be back. All right, 17 fresh minutes up on the board for the third and final period. New goalie in net for Syracuse. Number 1, Jackson Sotheby's in net. Ontario Bay wins that faceoff, enters into the offensive zone with that puck. Puck comes up on the near side, battle for it, held in by Amadon, gets to Myros. Myros kicking that puck forward, chased down by Syracuse. Looks like Michael Devereaux sends that puck around. Passed out into the neutral zone, stolen back by Jacob Myros. Myros tries to get around Patrick Sheridan, falls down over him. And they're going to call a trip? They're going to call a trip. Jacob Myros skated into the back of Sheridan and fell down, and they're going to give Sheridan a tripping penalty for it. I'd be upset if I was him. Well, Syracuse penalty, number 22, Patrick Sheridan, 2-minute minor for tripping. Number 22, 2 minutes, trip. Time of the minor penalty, 0:29. Myros back. Oh, Juice pulled that back into the neutral zone. Carter Donnelly dumps that puck in. And Syracuse is going to catch up to it and fire it all the way around. That gets caught by Julian Watts at the center line. Jacob Myros with it. Myros in his own end of the ice. Passes this up into the middle. Nice try. Jason Bort catches it and fires it all the way back down. Carter Donnelly battling. Gets that puck over for Julian. Julian passed out to Amadon. Amadon through the neutral zone, skating up with it over the blue line, but leading the way, Connor DeMott. You can't go over the blue line before the puck, and Connor knows it as he holds his head in shame. He's thinking, waiting until I get home and hear about that one. James Law in for the faceoff. Faceoff won by Syracuse. They draw that puck back and fire it all the way down. Julian Watts picks this up behind his net, leaves it for James Law. Law coming up with this puck, passes it over to Andre Watts. Watts in the neutral zone, runs into trouble, cuts back with it, gives it over to his younger brother, Julian. Julian skating up. Julian over the blue line, advancing in, draws back, stops at the hash mark. Now he goes in deep to the corner, now behind the goal. Loses that puck to Syracuse. Syracuse flings this down the length of the ice. It's going to be just wide of the net. Played on by Aiden Terry. Gives it to Andre Watts. Andre's going to hold it for Steve Saber. Saber comes around on the far side. Saber pushing that puck past Will Glass. Saber into the offensive end. Has that puck poked away by Ryan Thompson. And Syracuse dumps that puck all the way down the length of the ice again. Julian picking the puck up one more time. Juice off the boards for Saber. Saber was offsides, but nobody's going to call it. He was totally over that line. Fired in by Andre. Goes to the corner. Pops back out. Held in by Juice. Juice not able to push that in. Gets taken out by Grady Etal. That gets turned out. Hits the ceiling. Off of Mateo Dalpe. We'll have a neutral zone faceoff. Oh, no, it's going all the way in. I guess Teo was in the zone when he flung it. I didn't realize. Mateo Dalpe taking a face-off against Will Scanlon. Teo wins the draw, brings it over to the middle. Mason Warrens passes this puck up, gets taken away by Jason Bort. Bort loses it to Warrens. Held in, though. Fired in, goes back behind the goal. Cameron Dallin picks it up. Dallin passes up to Stephen Wheeler. Wheeler tried touching it out. Held in by Patrick Sheridan. Puck's in the slot. Goes to the corner. Stick check by Potter. Comes out, shot fired. Misses by Syracuse. Puck comes all the way out to the point for Sheridan. Patrick fires this forward. Stopped by Dallin. Turns it back. This puck's able to get out into the neutral zone. Popped up by Stephen Wheeler. Chased down and collected by Jason Bort, I believe. Or is that Patrick Sheridan? I can't see. They went too far away from me. Coming back with it, Grady Etal sends this into the middle. Stolen by Stephen Wheeler. Wheeler gets taken out. Puck gets dumped in by Liam McCullough. Cameron Downs going to pick it up behind the goal. Dalin takes this to the far corner. Dalin up at the hash mark, flicks this puck and gets it into the neutral zone. Syracuse there, though, to grab that puck. Syracuse's Grady Etol dumps that in, but it was behind the center line, so that is an icing. And they're getting real ticky-tacky on that one there. These officials getting a soft spot for the Ontario Bay Storm. 13:20 to go in this game. Obey trails 5-1. Although it looks like they're losing 5 to Lambda. All right, new scoreboard here at Meacham. Puck popped out by Syracuse. Julian Watts able to steal that puck back and sends it back into the neutral zone. Syracuse picks it up, dumps it in. Collected in front by Carter Donnelly. Donnelly fires this out into the neutral zone. Picked up by Jacob Myros. Myros brings it into the O zone. Myros loses it at the top of the circle. Fired by Donnelly. Drops down in the neutral zone. Owen Etol bringing it forward with him. Connor DeMott pulls it away. And Julian Watts sends this into the neutral zone. Turned back by Syracuse. Goes back behind the Ontario Bay net. Nick Rayfield picks it up. Rayfield comes over to the side. Loses that puck to Myros. Comes all the way back out into the neutral zone. Fired back in by Owen Etol. Gloved down by Julian Watts. Watts to Donnelly. Donnelly back to Watts. Watts trying to get it out. Held in. Watts steals it. Watts weaving his way. Plays this off the boards. Julian sends this into the neutral zone. Tried to get it to Connor DeMott. Couldn't complete the pass, though. Between him and Donnelly, they steal that puck back. Fired into the neutral zone. Michael Devereaux grabs it. Dumps it in. Picked up by Donnelly. Carter fires this down the length of the ice, and that's going to be an icing. We'll bring the face-off back down. Of course I know my Greek alphabet, Eric. Come on now. Side of Aiden Terry. Puck goes to Andre Watts. Watts off the boards for Adam Pooler. Pooler tries pulling it by him. Stopped by Patrick Sheridan. Comes back out into the neutral zone. Sheridan with it. Sheridan going east-west in the neutral zone. Loses that puck. Gets passed back to the defense. Now it goes up to Shenandoah. Gaho shot fired. Deflected off of Andre Watts. Over. Drops into the corner. Dalin couldn't get a piece of it. Comes back to him. Dalin fires out behind. Andre picks it up behind the goal. Andre near side. Peppered and sent into the boards by Alan Victoriano. Sheridan shot fired. Tipped out in front. Goes wide. Cameron Dalin battling in the corner. Dodges a hit. Puck comes over to Andre Watts. Andre. Head down. Andre trying to weave that puck through. Grabbed by Shenandoah. Fires it. Glove save by Aiden Terry. $50-50 raffle tickets being drawn. There's a face-off. Syracuse backhands blocked by Owen Bibbins. Puck comes up to Grant Harris. Harris over the center line. Dumps that puck in. Chases after it. Goes back behind into the far corner. Owen Bibbins puts a player into the boards. Jacob Abbott for Syracuse loses that. Centering pass made. Grant Harris not able to get it in. There's a big Sabres fan. Behind the net. Owen Etol fires it back. It goes nowhere. Comes back up on the side. Mateo Dalpe dumps this puck, goes in back behind the goal. Grant Harris going after it. Syracuse taking it the other way. Owen Etol trying to go around Owen Bibbins. Owen Bibbins puts Jacob Abbott into the glass. Syracuse plays this puck back and forth behind the goal. Now long pass comes up for Jeremiah Griffin. Griffin not able to catch that pass, and that's going to be an icing. It just missed his stick, and that'll be an icing. And that'll be the end of Jeremiah Griffin's short shift. Julie, every time there's a save by the Eagle, you know? Weisborough beat Cortland 6-3. Nice. Face off to the right side of Jackson Sotheby. Jacob Amidon pushing that puck forward. Gets grabbed by Michael Devereaux. Devereaux sends it around. near side, played on by Grady Etal. Grady goes over towards his goal, passes it out in front. Syracuse trying to pass this puck up, gets deflected, flies in the air, settles down, snapped in by Grady Etal. Etal chasing after it, as is Sam Newton. Newton trying to shovel it by Will Scanlon. Goes to the far corner, sent up by Julian Watts to Connor DeMott. DeMott bringing his puck up. DeMott and Myros cross the blue line together. Puck goes forward, turned back by Miller McDermott. Syracuse pass up into the neutral zone. That gets blocked by Julian Watts. Settles for Jacob Amidon. Jacob Myros shot fired. Deflected right in front by Michael Devereaux. Puck goes behind the goal. Passed up on the far side. Syracuse coming out with it again. Syracuse's Grady Etal fires on net. Save Aiden Terry. Ontario Bay gets this puck out in through the neutral zone. Turned over to Patrick Sheridan, though. Sheridan dumps this puck in. Goes off the backboards behind the net, played by Sam Newton. Newton sends us to the corner for Julian Watts. Julian, soft pass up along the board, swinging and missing Will Glass. Amidon trying to make him pay for it. Pooler pulls this puck into the neutral zone. Goes behind Saber, though. Grabbed by Jason Bort. Bort fires it in. That gets saved by Aiden Terry. Ryan Victoriano behind the goal. Julian Watts takes the puck away. Juice not able to keep bringing it. James Law, though, pulls his puck into the neutral zone. A little toe drag to get around one player. Tries it again, but he's already passed. Sends his puck, goes into the corner. Chased down by Ontario Bay. Puck drop, pops up, drops down behind the net. Syracuse flings this right into the rafters out of fear of getting checked by Owen Bibbins. Give us a face-off to the right side of Jackson Sotheby. I think it's 8:33 to go in the game. I'm here for you, Julie. I'm just here to help. Puck goes into the corner, played by Owen Etal for Syracuse. He gets challenged by Mateo Dalpe, goes back the other way, fires it off the boards. Puck comes out, Dalin in the neutral zone, not able to get it. Puck goes all the way across, and that's an icing. And that'll bring the face-off back down by Jackson Sotheby. Mateo Dalpe in for the face-off against Drew Schneider. Dalpe wins the draw. Stepping in, though, Alan Victoriano. Couldn't take it with him. Shot fired by Stephen Wheeler. Save made by Sotheby. Puck comes all the way out into the neutral zone. Advancing forward with it, Drew Schneider. Schneider shot on goal. Save made, Aiden Terry. Potter in the neutral zone. Loses that puck. Comes back. Drew Schneider brings it back into the offensive end. Centering pass. Shot taken. Save made by Aiden Terry. Rebound comes up on the side. Owen Etal dumps it back in. Cameron Dallin grabs it behind the net and takes that puck over to the corner. Cameron drops it behind for Andre Watts. Watts sends it along the boards for Potter. Potter can't get it out. He gets checked by Zane Zubrowski. Nope. Zubricki. Second Z is silent. Maybe. Syracuse able to get that puck out into the neutral zone. Dumped back in by Mason Warnes. Played by Sotheby behind his goal. Syracuse fires this around. Myros plays it off the boards. Pulls this into the corner. Gets turned back. Held at the point by Mason Warnes. Fires it. Connor DeMott missing the one-timer. Syracuse snaps that puck out all the way down. And that's going to be an icing. Carter Donnelly not touching that puck as it flew by him through the air. 7:06 to go in this game. 5 Lambda. Ontario Bay trails Syracuse. Amidon in for the face-off for Ontario Bay. Puck comes to Myros. He drops it back to Donnelly. Donnelly sends this puck into the corner. Played around by Amidon. Amidon holding onto a couple of sticks. Shot fired. Misses. Held up by Donnelly. Sends his puck in deep for Myros. Myros pressed up against the boards. Amidon trying to help. Puck comes loose. Connor DeMott back behind the goal. Loses that puck. Here comes Syracuse out with it. Syracuse skating down. I do believe that's Ryan Thompson. Gets that into the middle. Stopped by Donnelly. Shot fired. Save by Aiden Terry. It's on the blue line behind him. He's got to sit down on it. And that puck is saved. Here comes Connor DeMott through the neutral zone. Sends that on net. Sotheby dishes it to the corner. DeMott going in after it. DeMott passes the puck to try to... 5 Sigma would be a lot of confidence. Not as much as 6 Sigma, though. There's a shot and a save. Aiden Terry. Five Sigma is still 94%, though. Right? James Law facing off against Will Scanlon. Syracuse wins the draw. Puck goes back to the point. Michael Devereaux shot fired off the face of Aiden Terry with the save. .6:02 to go in this game. 5-1 Syracuse lead. James Law and Will Scanlon facing off again. Julian Watts able to get that puck out into the neutral zone. Adam Pooler chasing after it, as is Devereaux. Puck goes in deep. Devereaux, Pooler still battling. Pooler's got it. Pooler trying to center that pass. Can't do it. Tried passing over Saber. He gets turned back. Sam Newton's going to hustle all the way back to his zone. Grabs this puck, passes it over to Juice. Juice catches that pass. Sends it up. I think Saber got a piece of it. No icing. Puck goes in deep. Michael Devereaux plays it. Devereaux sends us along the board. Syracuse, hard pass out for Owen I'm sorry, that's Grady Etal. I thought it was Owen. Andre Watts with that puck behind the net, poked away by Will Scanlon, comes back to Juice. Julian sends this up off the glass into the neutral zone. Kicked back by Syracuse, grabbed by James Law. Law moving forward with this puck, pushed aside. Pooler can't get that puck away. Here comes Owen Etal. Owen over the blue line, around Juice. Sends this on net, save made by Aiden Terry. Cameron Dallin grabs that, and we're going to get a penalty against Adam Pooler. Ontario Bay penalty, number 21, Adam Pooler. 2-minute minor for cross-checking. Number 21, 2 minutes cross-check. Time of the minor penalty, 12:03. Face off to the left side of Aiden Terry. Picked up by Ryan Victoriano. Sends it back to the point for Owen Etal. Etal back to Ryan. Ryan comes out to the point, now sends this into the corner. Pass to the center point for Owen Etal. Sends this over to the near side. Shot gets blocked by Cameron Dallin. Dallin battling for that puck in the corner against Will Glass. Dallin gets position on it, guarding that puck. It squeaks up. Nick Rayfield picks it up. Rayfield back to the point for Owen Etal. Etal back to Rayfield. Rayfield stepping over back to Etal in the center point position. Etal sends this over to the far side. There's a shot taken. Save made by Aiden Terry. .124 remaining in the power play for Syracuse. 4:21 remaining in the game. 5-1 is the score in favor of the Cougars. Face-off won by Amadon. Puck comes out into the neutral zone, chased down by Owen Etal. Etal curls around his own end, backs into that puck. Sends this across. Grady Etal collects it. Grady skating up, weaves his way between the two forwards. Grady in, shot, save, Aiden Terry. Puck goes to the corner. A diving play made by Cameron Dallin trying to clear that puck. Glad his head didn't go into the boards. That's in short, shot, save, Aiden Terry. Dallin battling on the sides, centering pass, and out. Deflected, picked up by Cameron. Cameron sends this softly down the ice to take up more time as it goes down. Puck goes out to Nick Rayfield. Rayfield challenged by Connor DeMott. Gives that puck to Owen Etal. Etal into the neutral zone, gives it to Rayfield. Rayfield over the blue line into the O-zone. Rayfield challenged by Julian Watts. Watts looking to see where the rest of those players are. Puck goes to the middle for Patrick Sheridan. Fires it, goes off the glass, drops down. And Carter Donnelly almost able to clear it. Stopped by Nick Rayfield. Rayfield in short of the slot, goes down. Had his leg buckle underneath him. Julian Watts grabs that puck, sends it up along the boards. Picked up by Jacob Amadon. And we're going to get a penalty against Connor DeMott. Connor's second time going to the box this game. What's it for this time? Interference. So Ontario. Oh, wait a minute. No, I'm sorry. That's on. It's on Syracuse. I didn't see the number that went in, but Syracuse penalty, 2-minute minor for interference at 13:56. So 4-on-4 hockey for 5 seconds. All right, so that's on number 19, Alan Victoriano. And now they're playing rush. Hate rush. These refs are terrible. And that puck gets popped out of play into the Syracuse bench. And that faceoff's going to be all the way down in the Syracuse zone. Steve Saber taking a face-off against Will Scanlon. Saber wins. Puck comes over to Carter Donnelly. Shot! Save made. It's loose out in front. And it goes in! It goes in! It's a power play goal for Ontario Bay! I do not know who scored the goal. It was such a mess. Was it Saber? Yeah, Ken, I hate Rush. Absolutely hate him. So Ontario Bay goal scored by number 25, Steven Saber. Assisted by number 8, James Law. 25 from 8. Time of the Ontario Bay power play goal, 14-18. Whoa! And Andre Watts tried clearing that. It went off the skate of Grady Etal, and Aiden Terry saved Andre from some serious embarrassment as he squatted onto that puck incredibly quick, making that save. But yeah, I despise Rush. Rush, as soon as I hear first note, my blood starts to boil. That's how I know it's Rush. I can't help it. Puck held in by Syracuse. Fired. Gets deflected out in front. Goes back behind the net. Centering pass taken away by Jacob Amadon. Amadon can't keep it, though. Syracuse trying to come back. Swung by Andre Watts. Gets this up to Jacob Myros. Myros skating through the neutral zone. Fires this. Goes all the way to the far corner. Connor DeMott going in after it. Puck stays deep in the corner. Amadon, tried to get that shot off, nothing doing. Comes over into the slot. Dalin couldn't get that puck. Coming out with it is Syracuse. Drew Schneider passes up to Alan Victoriano. Victoriano has his pocket picked in the slot. Puck comes back to the neutral zone. Jason Bort with it. Bort to Schneider. Schneider tries dumping it in. Goes nowhere. Amadon comes out with this puck. Amadon fires this on net. Bounces off the chest and into the glove of Jackson Sotheby. .124 remaining in this game. 5-2 is the score. we got an Ontario Bay penalty for something. Well, Amidon goes in the box for something. I can't see that goal. So, Ontario Bay penalty, number 12, Jacob Amidon. 2-minute minor for unsportsmanlike conduct for snowing the goalie. Number 12, 2 minutes unsportsmanlike. Time of the minor penalty, 15:36. Final minute of play. Shot save made by Aiden Terry. Clearing, held in by Owen Etal. Etal passes puck up, back to Owen. Owen center point position, passes over to Nick Rayfield. One-timer saved by Aiden Terry. Rayfield with this puck again back at the point. Sends us all the way across to Ryan Victoriano. Victoriano going in back behind the net. Centering pass attempted. Puck tried to get cleared by Watts. Juice still not able to clear it. Puck gets passed across for Syracuse. Shot fired, Nick Rayfield, and it's a goal. Face-off won by Ontario Bay. Syracuse dumps that puck down, and that's where this game's going to end. So that final goal, power play goal scored by Syracuse's number 2, Nick Rayfield, assisted by number 16, Will Glass. 2 from 16. Time of the power play goal, 10:41. This one ends in a 6-2 victory for the Syracuse Cougars. So, yeah, Eric, I agree. But, I mean, Jacob did that on purpose, so you get what you get. Anyway, from the Meacham Ice Rink in downtown Syracuse, home of the Syracuse Cougars, this one ends in a Syracuse victory over Ontario Bay by a score of 6-2. Thank you for watching. Thank you for subscribing. I am the... Oh, you know what? Before we go, feel free to check out my description. I've got links for my Venmo and my PayPal because people have asked to donate before. I also have a link to my GoFundMe page. I've been accepted into a master's program for broadcasting, and I'd love to get my master's degree in it. So, but I need money. I don't have the money to pay for a master's. So feel free to donate if you would like. There's explanation for it on the GoFundMe page. You don't have to donate through GoFundMe, though. You can go to Venmo or PayPal or whatever, or not. But, that's what I'm doing. That's what I'm up to. So anyway, from Meacham here, you're welcome as always, everyone. Hope you've enjoyed it. But I am the Dan-Dalin, a positive influence, reminding you, don't wait for it to be a good day. Make it a great day, everyone.